get some good open looks for three.
We like the high scoring. What would you like to see done a little bit better on the defensive end for your team?
We got to get up and guard. We got to get through actions better. Here we go. Good Maisha up at the level, giving our guards some help at the point of attack. But we got to rebound better, right? Too many offensive rebounds in that quarter.
All right, thanks a lot, Chris. We appreciate that, man. All right, that's Chris Koklanis, the head coach of the Dallas Wings in his first year at the helm. Just for them to play better on the road today. They've talked about it for quite a few days. Have had quite a few days off since their last game. Here's Hines Allen tiptoeing and stepped out of bounds as Dallas turns it over. Hey, come visit WNBA Live, presented by Panini at All-Star in Indy, where basketball meets entertainment and culture. Experience interactive events, including meet and greets with the W's biggest .com/W Live. The signage around this city has been incredible in anticipation of All-Star. Nice lead there. Clark to Howard for two.
Again, the perfectly timed pass by Caitlin-Clark. The one extra dribble to draw Tierra McCowan, so it would be an easy one for Howard. Little thing, but makes a big impact.
All-Star game will be Saturday, 8:30 Eastern on ABC. Skills challenge and three-point competition Friday night on ESPN. Clark able to steal it? Nearly. Point competition.
I've heard that. I think I heard it from you, though.
That's going to be a shot clock violation as Quinterly didn't quite get it off in time. Boy, Dallas has to feel great about it. We'll drive it instead, and a foul called on Wnba as Clark really sold.
Got to be able to get into a flow, but they are trying to track about 7.5 minutes a quarter right now as she is still on that 28 minutes restriction. She does need to be able to get into a flow and really be careful with that groin and quad injury as she comes back.
Yeah, Holly, she's had soft tissue issues with the left leg all season, and one of the things Stephanie White has tried to preach to her is patience, knowing that everything she does really works off of her strength of her left leg and a hard plant of her left leg. And so it's been a little more of a grind back, and she's tried to encourage Clark through it while trying to see a bigger picture.
In that first game, they got 25. It was supposed to be 24.
That's right. Here's McCowan. The hook is short. Clark the rebound. Clark flicks it ahead. Mitchell. Over to Cunningham. Cunningham, a free lay.
Haley Jones has those out.
Clark, the rejection of Quinterly. Clark, the flick ahead. Oh, beautifully done. Touchdown Fever.
Caitlin-Clark, the target. Barely over the fingertips of Hines.
7 points. Beckers, 7 points, 2 assists. Here's Clark. Bounces, Boston takes and drops it in. And Caitlin-Clark joking with Aaliyah Boston, don't hesitate, just shoot that.
It's easy to say when you're not the one being guarded by 6'7".
Clark pokes it away, another steal for Clark, who is unable to lay it in, goes down in a heap and is in some pain. Clark in pain, and a 13-2 run now for Indiana as Lee Yaru finishes, and Clark still grimacing a bit. Just worth watching given all the injuries she's dealt with this season. There's a good contest by Beckers on the attempted layup from Clark. Here's Mitchell. Back ironing off. Boston tips it out. Cunningham dumps it in. Howard, what a quick first step. And the reverse.
Howard uses the rim really well to protect herself too. She got the quick first step, got to the bucket, then went to the other side of the rim for the finish.
Indiana 7 of 10 from the floor in the quarter. They have a 10-point lead. Here's Quinterly. Off. Cunningham the rebound. Cunningham swiftly up the floor. Finds Howard for 2. Sophie Cunningham making a huge impact off the bench. And minutes restriction, 28 to 30 minutes. She's played 12 minutes thus far, 7 points, 5 assists for Clark. 12-point Indiana lead. Beckers being harassed defensively. The three from the corner, off the mark for Gaizazuda, and then a foul on the rebound on as far today. But it's also such an adjustment for Stephanie White and the Fever each time she's out, because obviously she is the central focus of their offense. So they started to find their rhythm the second half of last game as well, and that seems to have continued.
Yeah, the Indiana Fever play much differently when Caitlin is on or off the floor. Defenses defend them much differently when she is on and off the floor, so has a huge impact, her availability.
Winterly just picked up her third foul. James can't finish. Here's McDonald bouncing. Howard, 2 more.
Right now, because of the bigs that Dallas has on the floor, no one can keep up in the open floor with Natasha Howard, and she's taking advantage of that.
Indiana has outscored Dallas 21-6 in the quarter. Lee Yaru with the tough finish. Howard has 11 points on 5 of 6 shooting. Here's Mitchell, little floater, drops in. How about that feathery touch? As light as linen from Kelsey Mitchell. She now has 13 on 6 of 7 shooting. Mitchell trying to get after it, and it's going to be McDonald 2-on-1 with Howard. Howard finishes. Good decision there from McDonald on her for 15 in the quarter.
3 defenders just then on Paige Beckers. 3.
Here's Beckers dumping it in. Gaizazura gets denied by Boston. Here's Howard again looking to push for Indiana.
She's going to have a heat check layup. Is there such a thing?
If you say so, then yes. Here's Boston. She got it. Boy, Indiana right now shooting a scorching 65% from the floor.
And you know, we showed you the Caitlin injury graphics and talked about how different they play with and without her. This is a team that is now comfortable with her. They are much more comfortable without her. Look how well they played in this last stretch. Than they were. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, not than they are with.
Beckers posting Clark, and Hull comes in with a steal. Here comes Indiana. Clark back in. Off to Hull. Catch. Fire. You bet. A deluge from Indiana in this second, as Beckers gets one to splash.
Wow, did Dallas need a bucket there? As an answer, Paige Becker provides it.
It was a 1-point Indiana lead after 1. Clark giving it up. Boston through the lane, lays it in, plus the foul.
Brilliant decision by Aaliyah Boston there.
15 for 18 in the quarter. Their last 2 halves of basketball have been astonishingly good. They put up 59 in the second half against Atlanta the other night. They've put up 61 thus far. Clark, her 3rd steal. The loft ahead. Mitchell blows the layup. McCowan, deep inside, couldn't finish. And a foul against Indiana on the rebound. The AT&T WNBA All-Star Game. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. So look at, and we've seen the way Indiana has really embraced the lead up to All-Star this year. So excited to see what it is like this weekend as the foul's called against Hull.
You and I were on a walk this morning of downtown, and as you were talking about earlier, the signage everywhere. The street names have been changed to the names of the WNBA franchises. They are ready and excited for the All-Star Game to come here.
McCowan hits the second. Full court pressure applied by Dallas, and Hull will bring it up. Here's Clark, being hawked by Isaiah James. Clark sidestepping 3 is good. $10 points, 7 assists for Caitlin Clark. And an offensive foul as Hines Allen spills Hull. Her normal moxie in this game as well. 15-second difference game in shot clock. Clark swivels, circles, dishes. Boston short. Rebound tipped into Wnba's arms. About a 2-second difference game in shot clock. Arike yet to score in this half. Her first game back, and or something we heard Drea saying she has her eyes on after missing 3 games with a thumb injury. Here's James teeing it up and knocking it down.
James has been absolutely terrific this half.
Here's Clark, 7 seconds, leading. Dundas dropped it out of bounds. It'll stay here. That leaner is good from Hines Allen. They will review.